Hello, and welcome to the Collapse Experiment. This is take two. I ran out of memory on my phone like 5 minutes into trying to do this video. So, clean some things up. Hopefully there won't be any interruptions this time. And again, welcome to the Collapse Experiment, where I discuss our current state in the collapse. And I'm hoping this version goes better. So, this is a test for one on doing video podcasting on Anchor to see if this is a viable option for recording a show. And then I also want to see if I can post to YouTube or not, considering I got a strike over a week ago and I have not tried to post anything on there since. Now, what do I want to talk about today? Well, let's see here. Elon Musk found out last night that he was added to the Ukrainian kill list. This is a functioning website that anybody can go to and look to see the thousands of people that Ukraine has put for scheduled termination. Yes, it is an actual hit list. Now, what's interesting about this hit list is the people who are on it. One would think they're at war with Russia, therefore it's probably a bunch of Russians. That would be wrong. No. Who is on there? Well, for starters, you have over 300 children, yes, children, who are on the list. You also have journalists, which violates the Geneva Convention and international law. You're not allowed to target journalists in a time of war. Much like you can't target medics if you see them. That's why people wear certain vests and insignias when they're out in the field. You can't shoot these people. So yes, journalists are on the list. You have celebrities like rock stars, including Roger Waters, a very intelligent man who knows what he is talking about and is prone to speaking the truth. He doesn't enjoy propaganda. He likes to do his own research, come up with his own thoughts and ideas, and he has a very good sense of sniffing out bullshit when he sees it. So Roger Waters is on the list. You can see that profile on the Collapse Experiment on one of my recent posts titled The Ukrainian Hit List. We also have U.S. political figures. The last time I checked, the U.S. was supporting and supplying weapons and money to Ukraine to fight Russia. And for some reason, people like Henry Kissinger are on the list. A 99-year-old, he doesn't exactly look healthy, an old man who has worked with every administration all the way back to Kennedy is on the hit list. So Elon Musk just found out last night that he was on the list. The profile was a screenshot. It was documented. He was notified via Twitter through a reporter who has been doing stories on this hit list. She is on the list. Yes, that profile is available to be seen as well. Canadian National, her Wikipedia page. It's funny. If you are not following the narrative, Wikipedia has no problems with people posting bullshit about you on your profile, on your entry on Wikipedia. That is true with this journalist in particular. People are trying to use Wikipedia as evidence that she's full of shit. Meanwhile, I'm just like, this is, you got this from Wikipedia. Like, if there's a bullshit website that you shouldn't refer to as evidence of anything, it's Wikipedia. So, Elon, how did he end up on there? Well, about a month ago, he went to Ukraine. Not physically. He contacted their people and said, hey, look, I've been supplying internet through Starlink for you guys since the beginning of this thing, since Russia decided to shut down your internet. And while they thanked him, there hasn't been any effort into helping pay for the service that is being provided, considering that this is a massive draw on resources for Elon. He's already spent upwards of $80 billion supplying internet service for these people. So when he asked them, like, hey, can you help start, funding this, considering that as of right now, this is pretty much a very, very, very expensive donation, they told him to fuck off. And that is the actual quote. So, in response to the fuck off, he shut down Starlink. And there was a lot of backlash about that. And when somebody asked him about, why would you go and do that while they're in the middle of a war? And he said, hey, I'm just following the recommendations, right? They told me to fuck off, so I'm fucking off. And anyways, that's, in my opinion, most likely the time that he was put on said list. There was a profile made. His information and picture was given. Yes, Elon was technically targeted by the Ukrainian government for assassination. And of course, he did turn Starlink back on. This is without knowing that he was put on said list. This is just, and this is after he tried going to the Pentagon saying, like, hey, could you start helping fund this? Ukraine actually has no interest in doing so. But he started it back up again. And, but not before somebody snapped a photo of this profile and was like, hey, Elon, what are your thoughts on this? So it's very concerning when the person who is supplying a vital source, a vital resource to a country gets put on a hit list when, for one, they tell them to fuck off. Two, they're unwilling to put any money towards this vital resource. That should be telling. And then when it is cut off because of their blatant refusal to help out with this thing that they need, put him on a fucking kill list. That alone right there kind of shows the type of people that we are supporting when it comes to this conflict. So I'll be the first one to say, like, I'm not supporting of Russia. They haven't exactly been the good guys in the past, and they're not the good guys now. But that's not to say that the Ukrainians at the moment aren't a bunch of assholes themselves. I'm sorry, but this kind of reminds me of the 2016 election, where you have two polished turds and you're trying to figure out which one smells the least, right? And that's what this war is. It's the 2016 election all over again. Polished turd Hillary Clinton and Duncan Deuce Donald Trump, vying for the spot of winner. And right now you have two polished turds, Ukraine and Russia, going at it trying to get the support of other people, and they're both assholes. So, no, I don't support either side. I think the whole war itself is quite the farce. But Elon found himself as being the useful idiot of Ukraine. And Elon's a smart guy, right? He probably thought to himself that Russia was a bigger threat, decided to support the other side. Can't really fault him for that. At least he's trying to do something. But I think he learned the hard way that even getting involved in the slightest meant that he could be targeted. And that should be concerning. Now, should the US people be concerned about this? Hell's yes. Because if you go and you look at the list of people who are on this Ukrainian kill list, and you can go check it out yourself. The website is listed on a previous post on thecollapseexperiment.com. You can go check it out for yourself. At the very bottom of these profiles, it'll state who gave Ukraine the information on these individuals, whether they are Russian citizens, NATO citizens, American citizens. It'll be listed at the bottom. It'll say something like NATO, NSA, MI5. Yes, Roger Waters should be very concerned that MI5 is collecting intel for the same government that put him on a kill list. Henry Kissinger should be very concerned that the FBI is collecting intel on people to be put on a Ukrainian kill list. And at the very bottom of the opening introduction page for this website, it states that they encourage law enforcement in other countries to help with this project. And they are doing it. This is completely insane. Why the FBI, a United States-based law enforcement agency, is collecting intel for a foreign government, I couldn't tell you, but that is happening. So yes, you should be concerned. We've had assassinations happening in other countries like Russia, where Alexander Dugin's daughter, who is a journalist, was on the list, was targeted and blown up in a car bomb. A journalist. Doesn't make any sense to me. It violates international law. There seems to be a lot of violations in international law happening coming out of Ukraine. And yes, you should be concerned. Because here's the thing. It states in there that if you are spreading misinformation, if you are not supportive of Ukraine, if you are viewed as supporting of Russia, you could just do what I said and say both sides are a bunch of assholes and I support neither one of them. Well, I'm not supporting Ukraine now, am I? So yes, just by saying I don't care about the war, you could be viewed as somebody who's supporting Russia. And that should be a very telling aspect of what is going on right now. So, the Ukrainian kill list. That is where we're at. This thing keeps growing. It's like Obama's old kill list, except they actually post the damn thing online. Obama, at least he kept his secret, right? We still found out about it. Thank you, Edward Snowden. But at least Obama was smart enough to say, like, we're going to keep this secret. It's just going to grow on its own, and nobody's going to know about this thing. Oops. But no, Ukraine, bold enough to just say, to heck with it. We're going to put this out there so that our people can have it, access it, and probably enforce it. Meanwhile, Turkey just made it illegal for journalists to spread what they deem to be misinformation. Should we be concerned? Hell's yes. This kind of thing has already been going on in the US. Journalists that are being locked up for not telling who their informants are, in direct violation of the First Amendment. This has been going on for a while. Michael Hastings reported on this, and he's no longer with us. So take that as you will. But things are not going in a positive direction. The more that things like this happen, the less likely somebody like me is going to support any side of this conflict in any way. And I don't. I don't support either side. I don't support any agenda. And quite frankly, when you try to force people to do it under the threat of a gun, I am less likely at that point to have any support pledged towards any side, right? Doesn't matter what happens. I'm not supporting Russia. But Ukraine wants to be in a bunch of assholes. Good luck. Not happening. You're kind of making your own bed, right? You can go and lie in it. I'm going to be just fine over here. That's just me. So no, things are heating up. Things are getting bad. We obviously have this nuclear problem that is happening. And who knows how that's going to turn out. But nobody seems to want to put an end to this conflict. The one time that people were negotiating for a peace, what happened? That's right. Boris Johnson, of all people, was like, no. Yeah, you can't be doing this. No peace. No peace at all. So it's obvious the people in charge have no interest in going anywhere but worse. And I think we all know what that is leading to. So that's about it for me. Yes, this is going to be a short broadcast, as Alex Jones would say. A short video. I'm going to try posting this on the various platforms, see how that goes. And more content will be available tomorrow. Check out the other articles that I wrote on this subject. Go and check out the hit list for yourself. Tuesday, I will be on the No Way Jose podcast for part 2 of the assassination of Duncan Lump, which that kind of ties into all this crap that we're talking about right now. People silenced for not following the agenda / narrative, wanting to do their own thing. Heaven forbid, can't have that. The more that stuff like this goes on, the more I'm kind of like leaning towards this whole libertarian anarchist agenda. I'm just kidding. I would not be a member of any party that would have me. Oh, the Democrats, they did have me for a short time, right? They did have, yeah, never again. No party association, ever again. Fool me once, that's about it. So, that's it for me today. Remember, you are the carbon that they want to reduce.